Guys, looks like the battle between Bobi Wine and Frank Gashumba will never end. And it looks like Bobi Wine doesn't even want to obviously come out and obviously pass the name of Frank Gashumba out or through his mouth. But Frank Gashumba is like, I have to obviously attack you or lash at you until you really drag back at me. But Bobi Wine looks like he is sticking to what we call majors on majors and minors on minors. And in this case, Bobi Wine is treating Frank Gashumba as a minor. Welcome to the African Stains. This is the channel that brings you your latest news and information as far as your political scene is concerned in Africa and all over the world, and also some bit of entertainment stories that we obviously break to you in here onto this channel. Continue to subscribe because we want to hit 200,000 subscribers, and also continue to share this to everyone. Now, Frank Gashumba launches scorching attack on Bobi Wine, calls him politically empty. You get? So, Frank Gashumba is saying Bobi Wine is politically empty. You get? And how many of you agree with Frank Gashumba? How many of you disagree with him? In the comment section below, that's where I want everything to follow, because I'm going to be reading to you this story and really putting in some punches where need be and beefing it up to obviously create more juice from it. Now, this story is coming in through from the Insider Uganda, and they're telling us that renowned Ugandan activist and commentator Frank Gashumba has made shocking remarks about National Unity Platform leader Honorable Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, popularly known as Bobi Wine. In a statement made while appearing on a radio talk show hosted by a journalist, Adam Kungu, that is Radio 4 every Monday, and tomorrow, by the way, 9 a.m., you can as well listen to Frank Gashumba as he obviously does that. Frank Gashumba described Bobi Wine as politically empty and incapable of ruling Uganda. You get? That's what Frank Gashumba really came out and really said. It's not surprised that Gashumba's comments have raised eyebrows, especially among Bobi Wine's supporters who see him as a leading figure in Uganda's opposition. According to Frank Gashumba, he also had a lot of hope until when he conducted an intense engagement with the former Chadondo East lawmaker that he realized he was integrating with someone not even fit to lead a trade union. Oh my God, this is really beyond the belt. This is really more than hate for me. While Gashumba's remarks have generated controversy, some analysts argue that they reflect growing concerns about Bobi Wine's leadership and vision for Uganda. Now, the development comes amid ongoing discussions about Uganda's political future and the suitability of various leaders to steer the country forward. Now, if you know that Frank Gashumba once went ahead and really paid a visit at Bobi Wine's home, and I wish I can retrieve that post. You get? Because Gashumba came out and told us that he really met Bobi and Bobi Wine, and Bobi Wine is the new guy to obviously take this country forward. But whoever, we know it very well that whoever pays the piper controls the tune. You get? Whoever controls the piper controls the tune. And people have come out and really lashed back at Frank Gashumba, and one of those that has come out and obviously put in a very huge shift into this is a former journalist who has always worked with Next Media House, and that is Mordecai Mulisa, and this is what Mordecai Mulisa had to respond to Frank Gashumba. No sooner he came up and obviously put in this, he said, sowing seeds of discord, Frank Gashumba's divisive commentary. He said, Frank Gashumba continues to make comments that spark outrage in me and many other people. When attacks on Bobi Wine's life happen, like one he witnessed last week, he usually courteously dismisses it and sacrifices of those who get injured or those who have lost their lives in Uganda's liberation struggle, not forgetting those who brave the authorities alongside Bobi Wine. He shockingly claims that these individuals are merely seeking to document a documentary to sell to the world. The insensitivity of his remarks continue to be staggering. Obviously, for me, however much you don't like someone, but you can come you can't come out and say that someone was really shot by a projectile and you come out and say that he was shooting a documentary. I think this is where the propagandas and the PR machines of the national resistance movement, or Pilau of Muhoozi General, the commander of Ugandan forces, should come out and obviously really not laugh. And one of the things that really bring in Mordecai to speak out like this are how these people are really given wide attention, and their uncalling for comments really do the needful. And for me, even when a person in the opposition comes out and really makes uncalling comments, like one that we made on the late Tamale Mirundi, when one said that he deserved to die, and I was like, who wishes a person to die? That's not, however much you hate NRM, it doesn't really come out to see you celebrate when Tamale Mirundi dies. Mordecai added and said, however, as the saying goes, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Now, whenever a government official passes away, some opposition supporters are quick to mock them with the same rhetoric. They are just recording a documentary. They didn't really die. It's a stark reminder that Frank's words have ignited a fire he can no longer control. Obviously, because it looks like it's gonna be, oh, I hadn't even put it here. So it's really gonna be something like a competition, said that each and every time the opposition loses someone or someone gets hurt, the NRM will rejoice. And when the opposition goes ahead to lose people, when the NRM loses people, even the supporters of the opposition rejoice. And that is a fire that Frank Gashumba is really rekindling, that he cannot really stop. I tell you this, it's really going to be very sensitive in the making. Now, a sensible person would apologize and retract such hurtful statements, but Frank Gashumba's ego seems to be getting in the way. The situation calls for a reckoning, which must begin with Mr. Museveni addressing the gross human rights violations in Uganda. Nevertheless, if they refuse to change, we must strive to be better than them. We owe it to ourselves and future generations to rise above such toxic rhetoric and work towards a more compassionate and just society. That is Mordecai Karisa, and that's what he had to say about Frank Gashumba. And he really put out on Twitter, and I was like, when I'm redoing this story, I should follow it up with this. But I know Frank Gashumba tomorrow on Radio 4, 9 a.m., he's really going to come up and obviously put in add what we call salt to an insult. He's really going to attack Bobi Wine again. And by the way, there is a video making rounds that was really forged. You know, it is a doctored video when Bobi Wine is really using his injured foot to walk. It was just doctored, and when you look out for the real video, you'll obviously find out that he never really moved in that way. So a lot of things are really being done, right? But we all know to it that it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time, and the rest is really gonna be history. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Go into the comment section and really let me know, do you think Bobi Wine is politically empty as Frank Gashumba alleges? In the comment section below, that's where I want to get you guys. This is the African Stains. Continue to subscribe as we want to hit 200,000 subscribers, and smash the like button to 100 times. And after subscribing, hit the notification bell. And we thank God for the gift of life. And for the Muslims, we thank Allah for the gift of life. We are out for now. See you later. And this is the first recording of the day, and more is yet to come. Ciao, ciao. Bye-bye.